The stochastic RSI is one of the most famous trading indicators out there. However, we all know that it's not always accurate because if it was, everybody would be using it. Also, in the trading world, there is a lot of skepticism about trading indicators and about technical analysis. Some believe that it's just like astrology and others follow it like a holy book. And so today, I wanted to do something different from what you've seen in the past on YouTube with this specific indicator to see if it's actually worth using. So, the stochastic RSI typically gives us two signals. It gives us a bullish signal when we get a cross with the blue line going up before the orange line, and we get a bearish cross when both lines start falling down with the blue line going down first. This is, for example, a bullish sign. This is a bearish sign. This is also a bullish cross, where this is another bearish cross. So, what I did in the past few days is that I ran a script for this indicator on the weekly time frame with Bitcoin's chart in different time spans. So what it is, I told the computer that we have 5,000 US dollars. That's all we've got right now. We are still brokies trying to make it. And we want to see how much money we would make if we follow this indicator for a while. Would we turn that 5K into more money and into profit, or would we lose it all? So this dashboard right now displays the time frames where you would buy. It shows the buying date, the selling date, and it also shows the buy and the sell prices, the amount of tokens, and of course coins you would buy, as well as the PNL, which is basically the ROI. And the numbers are actually very surprising. Because if you started buying in October of 2019, for example, which is almost 3 years ago, and if you started with that 5,000 US dollar capital without adding any more money throughout the years, you would have ended up with 73,167 US dollars in profits. You would have generated over 78K in total just by buying accordingly. And this is crazy because this is a 15x, by the way. This return is really immense. Yes, there were times where following the stochastic RSI would have screwed you, especially this year, given that we are in a bear market. Obviously, there would have been a couple of losses, as you can see, negative return in here, also here, as well as in here. We've got, the PNL is in red, but still, in the scheme of things, you would have made a lot of money in total. And what's more interesting is that following the stochastic RSI would have outperformed holding by a mile, because if you held till today with absolutely no trading whatsoever, you would have only made 7K, which is nothing compared to 70,000 US dollars. This displays that holding isn't really the best strategy you could follow. Holding has definitely its perks, I'm not gonna deny that. It's less stressful to begin with. Sometimes you're lucky, you jump in at the right time and you exit at a perfect time. There are also some benefits when it comes to taxes, because if you hold crypto for over a year in Germany, for instance, you wouldn't have to pay anything to the government. Taxes drop to zero, but still, I'd rather get that 73 or 78K and give them 30% than wait 3 years in total to make 7,000 US dollars. I hope you get my point. What's also mind-blowing is that even if you saw the top at 69,000 US dollars last year, you wouldn't have outperformed the stochastic RSI. And this shows that this is one of the best indicators out there. I've run tests with several indicators in the past. I personally develop indicators too, which I usually keep private. And I can tell you that the stochastic RSI is a gold mine. Also, who wouldn't want to increase his total amount of Bitcoin? Because the goal, after all, isn't only to make profit in USD or USDT or whatever, but also to increase the number of Bitcoin you have. And this strategy of buying when you get a bullish cross and selling when you get a bearish cross has proven to be valuable in that aspect, because this strategy would have enabled you to turn that 0.6 BTC you've gotten at first with 5,000 US dollars into 3.6 Bitcoin today. Okay, now I'm hearing some haters saying that the stochastic RSI only outperformed holding because we started buying in late 2019, which was a decent time. Okay, fine. Now, let's say you are super unlucky, or maybe you're just a moron, okay, who knows? But let's assume that you bought 2017 stop at almost 20,000 US dollars, and I'm sure that some of you did it. Now, if you bought in 2017 and you held your way through the ups and downs, you would have made no money today since the price is actually lower than 4 years ago. However, if you held and you managed to sell the top at 69k last year, you would have made 12k in profits. Nothing crazy, but given that you would only invest 5k at the start, this is decent. I mean, you have to remember that we are starting with 5,000 US dollars. You aren't increasing your capital in between, you're just following signals. That's all you've got. And getting 12k from 5k is a decent ROI. However, following the stochastic RSI on the weekly time frame since 2017 would have yielded over 100,000 US dollars in less than 4 years, despite buying the top. I mean, we are talking about a 24 to a 25x in here, which is insane, especially for someone who came in at the worst time. I know now that some of you will be like, hey, listen, Codex, my altcoin did 50x last year, so why would I need this indicator? Yes, sir, maybe that happened, but your alt is also down 90% now, so chill. And you most likely didn't sell. Okay, the more interesting thing is that if you bought 2018's bottom at 3.1k and you sold 2021's top, you would have made 105,000 US dollars, which is surprisingly still less than what you have made following this indicator. I mean, imagine being that lucky guy who somewhat bought the exact bottom in 2018 and who also somewhat managed to sell the exact top last year, and you still get outperformed by a boring dude, by a boring random Andy who simply follows signal. I mean, just imagine that. So whether you are a TA fan or whether you think it's absolute astrology, and by the way, I'm not the biggest TA fan. I hate it when analysts start drawing these lines left and right because it makes no sense to me. But these kind of analysis that are data driven are very eye-opening in my opinion. The last dashboard we will take a look at is a tiny one which displays how much money you would have made if you started trading in March of 2021. The numbers aren't that high given that we are in a bear market, but still, let's look at it. So if you bought in March of 2021 around that peak at first and you follow the stochastic RSI, you would have made 42% in return, where holding would have sent you to hell because today's price is much lower than in March of last year. And this is also another reason why I dislike holding. Many will tell you that if you are patient and if you wait to the next bull run, you will make it, but that's crap. That's absolutely not true, because by the time you wait 2 to 3 years for the next cycle, the boring dude who followed one free indicator would have increased his capital in a bear market. Everyone would be losing their money, but this guy would be somehow making money while the price is dropping. So look, I'm not here to debate whether you should use indicators or not, but the answer is very clear. When it comes to the stochastic RSI, love it, hate it, criticize it, doesn't matter, because this indicator would have yielded you more money than if you stripped on OnlyFans. So that was about it, everyone, for today. Thanks for sticking by till the end. I posted a similar dashboard on the Patreon account with Ethereum's chart if you're interested in taking a look at. I'll be doing more posts similar to this one on the Patreon account, of course. Check it out. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.